Hello, do we like this setup? We are in my bedroom right now and I have a pile of books. I'm also sweating. Got a pile of books that I want to read in April. Now, I am a mood reader, so I never end up reading the books I want to read. But these are just some books that have been on my TBR for quite a while and I want to really get to. So let's get on to the April TBR. Okay, you are literally positioned on a ladder right now because I don't have a tripod that's like the angle that I want it to be at. So you're on a ladder. That's my tripod right now. So hello, welcome. If you're new, I'm Vicky. If you're not new, welcome back. I've been on a bit of a grind recently. You saw my video which was 18 books in January and February and 13 of those were in February. And in March, so far, it's the 25th today and so far I've read 6. But I'm on the road to finishing 2 more. So I'm hopefully going to get 8 in before the end of March, and I will be doing a what I read in March. I'm sorry if I'm like overloading you with book videos, but I really enjoy making them. So on my, oh my gosh, these two still have the massive stickers on them. In April or either in May, I do want to start a Court of Thorns and Roses series. I'm very excited to start that. I've been itching to read it, but I'm trying to keep it because I devoured the Shatter Me series so quickly and I want to like make myself want it a bit more. So the first 2 books that are in my April TBR are the Six of Crows Duology. Is that what it is? Yeah, whoa. We're not off to a good start. The Six of Crows Duology, I really want to read this. It's been on my shelf since like January or even December really. I've seen a lot of reviews on them and the last one I saw was Sarah Caroli and she said she cried at the end. And she doesn't really read fantasy, so I'm very, very, very excited to read that. So the next one is finally, I'm going to read this. This is literally the first book I'm going to read in April. The 7 Husbands of Evelyn and Hugo, and if I don't read it, don't come for me, okay? I've had this since like October. Everybody has read this book. Everybody and their mum has read this book, and it's becoming a movie now. So I've got to read it. If it's become a movie, I have to read it. Okay, I also want to read the fine print. I've got this one, and there's terms and conditions that's being sold in Waterstones right now. So I want to read these 2. Apparently it's very good. Oh my gosh, on the back it says the fine print is the first book in a series of spicy standalone novels featuring 3 billionaire brothers. Listen, I don't do too much spice, but I've heard lots of good reviews on this, so I will read it to prove a point. I don't know what point, but anyway, I will read it, okay? I want to read it. The next book that I want to read is, if you saw my getting ready for a trip to London and going to the biggest Waterstones video, I bought If We Were Villains. If We Were Villains. I feel like all the books on my TBR so far feel like autumn vibes and April's like spring, summer, but well, it's definitely just spring. But I want to read If We Were Villains, maybe once I finish uni and I want to like put myself back in the world of uni. I don't know. Listen, I just want to read it, okay? I want to read it so bad. Enjoy that. I need to get my sentences and words together. Ignore that my nose is so stuffy. Okay, I've got 3 books left. The next, I'm about 50 pages into this book already, but I want to read The Hating Game because Jack Edwards said that The Spanish Love Deception was really bad and this book did the same thing but really well. And I love The Spanish Love Deception, so I do want to give this book a go. But I started reading it at the wrong time, so I definitely want to finish it. And apparently it's really good. And also it's a film, so, but I've heard bad things about the film, so. But still, I still want to read this book, so this will probably be like my break from heartbreaking fantasy romance novels. This will be the one. Next book I want to read, oh my gosh, this one has the sticker on it. Okay, the next book I want to read is Confess by Colleen Hoover. This month I read Without Merit, which is, I feel like isn't as hype, and it was so good. So good. And someone commented saying that this book, that they were crying in like the first 10 pages, and I'm like, don't say that. But Colleen Hoover books I can get through really quickly, so I feel like that will be good in like the mid-month and I'm like struggling. This will be a good book to read. The last book I want to read, I don't know if I'm going to get to it, but I want to read One of Us next because I read One of Us is Lying, didn't really like the book, watched the series, liked the series a lot more. Some of the characters were really annoying, but they were also really annoying in the book, so. But I enjoyed the ending of One of Us is Lying. the series more than the book, but the ending of both made me want to read this one, and I just didn't start it. And the thing is, I either devour a whole series in like a week or in like 24 hours, or I don't finish it. So I really want to get to this one. Yeah, I feel like it'll be more of like a Pretty Little Liars vibe, which anyone who knows me personally knows that I literally inhale that show like it's oxygen, and I can't get enough. And I watch it about 3 or 4 times a year, and honestly every single time I watch it, it's like I'm watching it for the first time. So I feel like that will give me those vibes. So that is my April TBR. Let's gather all the books. I stacked them up quite dodgy. These are the 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so 8 books that I want to read in April. I suppose at the end of April we can see if I stuck to this TBR. Probably not, because I'm a mood reader and I start books and then 50 pages and I get bored and then I go on to another book and then I pretend that I never put it on my Goodreads and I just put it back to want to read, and then nobody ever knows I ever started it, and then people wonder why I finish books so quickly, because I read like a quarter to half of a book and then I put it down because I get bored, and then I read another one and then I go back to it and they're like, oh my gosh, you read so many books, and I'm like, yeah, I read half of them and then I get bored and then I finish them, and you wonder why I finished like 3 books in 3 days, because I started them like 2 weeks ago. Anyway, it's my April TBR. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I've got a March, what I read in March coming soon, hopefully, because I had a quite good reading month. So I'm very happy about that. So that will be coming at the end of the month. If you're a reader, let me know what you want to read, what you're planning on reading. And I'm going to drop my TikTok, my Goodreads, my Instagram, all that in the description. Subscribe if you want to, if you like my videos. If not, it's fine. It's fine. And I'll see you on my next video. I've got some fun videos coming up, so yeah, love you all. Have a good April, everybody. Hope you all had a good March, and have a good April, and I'll see you in my next few videos. Anyway, bye.